then it just ends.
Yes, it does.
Just ends. Welcome to Loud and Nerdy on a Tuesday night in May. We're almost through May in its entirety already. Welcome to Loud and Nerdy on a Tuesday night. My name is JW Colwell. Thank you for joining us. I am joined as always by my good friends Jerry Kamora of the band Slapjaw and Raven Delightfully Difficult. The mother of criers. Anyway,
I was gonna change it as queen of eating people's tears or something.
Salty tears. Welcome on a Tuesday night. If you are possibly joining us for the first time, if you're coming in and you're like, hey, what is this show all about? We do things a little bit fun and amazing on the Indie Escape Network. We have a show on Monday night called Generation Movies. It's a movie history show. Loud and Nerdy Tuesday night is our show where we kind of kick back, relax, do pop culture talk, have all kinds of fun. We have do Twilight Zone Redux. We do It Came From Jerry's Basement. He has all kinds of cool shit in his basement. Can't even put it into words. We also, Raven's been doing some fun stuff, making people cry and drawing people. And then we have Gabe, who has a great show where it's a bunch of people, Simplistic Cynicism. He does shows on Wednesdays when he's here at 10 p.m. And then Technical Defects guys, Ryan West, Joe Ridgely. They are great. They're bi-weekly on Thursdays. Every other Thursday, they'll be up this Thursday. If you like our show, that is a great way to start. We are also now available to stream everywhere and audio. It's not just live streaming where you have to look at our ugly mugs, but we can also talk, chat, have a good time, and we're available in all those places. So, with that being said, welcome on a Tuesday night where we're going to discuss the summer movie going season. Good evening, friends. Good evening, Canuck Ken. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. At least it isn't late. Well, it's on at 10 o'clock. It's past a lot of people's bedtime. Good evening, all. Breaking news: Donald Gibb, best known for playing Ogre in Revenge of the Nerds, has died at 71.
No.
That's sad. That is sad news.
That's sad.
He was also on First and 10.
Bloodsport.
And Bloodsport. Yeah, that is kind of sad. Thanks for the breaking news, Ken. We appreciate you. Tonight's episode, we are going to do a summer movie preview because we haven't done it yet. I've broken them down into all the big movies coming out May, June, July, August. I've also broken down summer sleepers, movies that you may not have heard about yet or seen big trailers for, but we're going to talk about them. And then I also broke it down a little bit into summer streamers. So movies that are going to appear on the streamers this summer that should have some command of your attention as we progress. But as I wrote earlier, summer's off to a great start. Everything is kicking on all cylinders. I was looking at the numbers from this past weekend, and it's just demographics. People everywhere having movies that they can go see. You know what I mean? Like, there's not, Devil Wears Prada 2 was number one. It remained number one, even though it had quite a challenge. But it ended up with $41 million on Mother's Day weekend. Not shocking. Only dropped 46%. It's at $143 million domestic and $289 international already. So it's at almost $500 million in 2 weeks, which is astounding
for a sequel, right?
For a sequel, for a female demographic sequel, it is astounding, amazing. Number 2 at the box office was Mortal Kombat. I did my review on the network. If you want to see it, new release Friday. It's fun. It's engaging. It's, Carl Urban's great as Johnny Cage. He's not the star of the movie, though.
It's better than the first one.
It is better than the first one. It's not slow. Like the first one was like trying to be serious, and this one isn't. So it's very much in a place where it's not serious, having a good time. Urban's great. Urban's like an incredible comic relief. So is Kano, who comes back. A bunch of people come back, but Adeline Rudolph, we got to keep an eye on her. She plays Katana in the movie. Fantastic. She's the best thing about the movie, aside from Carl Urban, and the set design and everything else. Like, because in IMAX, that movie looks so good. It's shot on IMAX camera, so it's a full screen if you go to an IMAX theater. You know, and like I said, they do a great job with the set design, great job with creating all the environments from the games, good fight sequences, gory, fun, well done, a well done sequel.
Get over here.
Get over here. Here it is. Wait, there you go. That's what goes with that one.
Yeah.
But it lost The Devil Wears Prada. It grossed $38 million. Michael came in third with $37 million. To put it in perspective of where we're headed here, Michael grossed $37 million. That movie, we should talk about that movie for a second. That movie is only down 30% from last week. It's at 241 domestic and 339 international, over $500 million. And this week blew out of the water the Bohemian Rhapsody movie that was number one biopic. Other movies opening, Sheep Detectives. I got to tell you, folks, if you get a chance to go to a movie, I'm going to tell you right now, you do yourself a favor, go see The Sheep Detectives. It's warm, it's engaging, it's the best family film in like the last. How drunk
do I have to be?
What? Not at all. It's great. It's not just good. It's
How
great.
drunk do I have to be?
You don't have to be drunk at all. Like
the balls.
It's an astounding bit of cinema. It's Kyle Balda's the director. He directed a lot of Illumination stuff. Like
cinema. Wow.
Do they talk?
Yeah, they talk. They talk, but that when humans hear them, they can only hear them, whatever. But when I say to you that they come up with a concept to make a movie about sheep solving a murder, engaging, witty, warm, amazing. The voice cast is spectacular. The three sheep you see there, Sebastian, Irene, and Mopple, are played by Bryan Cranston, Julie Louis-Dreyfus, and Chris O'Dowd, who's my favorite sheep. Mopple is my favorite sheep.
So if I have to pick one talking sheep movie of the year, you're saying it's this one, not
Yes.
Animal Farm.
No.
They arrested somebody for hoarding all the grass.
No.
Are you sure? Because I've heard some
very
interesting things
sure.
about both.
No. One is a legit sleeper hit, and one is a piece of garbage. So, just so we're clear,
I think we're gonna wait till they're both out.
I'm going to tell you right now. When you see Sheep Detectives, you'll understand. It's one of the best family films going. There's a whole there's layers to it. It's subtle. It's gentle. It's warm. It's funny. It's human. It's engaging. The idea, I know it sounds weird to go see the sheep movie where they solve a crime, but once you're in it, it's like basically Hugh Jackman plays this farmer. He takes care of a flock. He gets murdered for his inheritance. And
how drunk were you that you think a movie about Wolverine getting killed by sheep or his murder getting killed by sheep?
I didn't say he got killed by sheep.
They solved it.
They solved the murder.
Yeah, he solved it.
They're his sheep. They're his sheep. Look.
I just like that we're having him defend this movie.
The idea, I'm going to tell you right now, the more people see it, the more they'll understand how good it is. The voice cast, just so we're clear on the voice cast. Are you ready? So Hugh Jackman is the farmer. Nicholas Braun is the cop that has to set everything up. Molly Gordon is his daughter that shows up midway through. Julie Louis-Dreyfus, Bryan Cranston, Chris O'Dowd, Regina Hall, all sheep. Patrick Stewart, Bella Ramsey, Brett Goldstein, and then Hanshaw and Emma Thompson are also humans. It's one of the best movies of the year. Trust me. It's going to be on my 10 best list.
He's usually good for that stuff.
What's up? It's going to be on my 10 best list. I'm going to tell you right now.
Burgers usually, that's.
It's going to be on my 10 best list at the end of the year. It's that good. Like,
Harry, when we get to our top 10 of the year, and he's still talking about sheep movies,
the movie that comes closest to it is Babe. That's how good it is. And I'm not sure it's not better than Babe. That should put it in perspective. Cindy
Is Hugh
says,
Jackman going to become a crazy animal
Cindy.
rights specialist because of this?
Fun fact: our buddy Mixer on built Scorpion's Lair in the original Mortal Kombat movie. That is a good fun. What's up, people? Hey, Church, how are you? Good to see you, buddy. Long time no speak. We got to get back in touch. We miss you on the network, and we'd like to have you on again. And then he says, Church, nothing says family like a murder mystery talking sheep. I'm okay, so you're making jokes, but what I'm going to tell you is, I don't know how they pulled it off, and this is also going to blow your mind. The director's Kyle Balda. He's a guy who worked for Illumination, so worked mostly in animated movies, worked for ILM, worked for Pixar. The writer is Craig Mazin. Do you know who Craig Mazin is, Raven?
Off the top of my head today, no.
He is the writer and creator of Chernobyl on HBO, and he's the writer and director of The Last of Us.
Do their mouths
You don't
move?
have to sell this to me. One of my favorite Wolverine movies is Flushed Away.
The 3 Killer Pigs better be on your 10 list, laugh out loud. As soon as I get to see it, we will talk.
Hey, do their mouths move, or is it one of those where you just
they move? Okay, so when the mouths move and they're looking at humans, it's the humans hear the sheep. But when they're talking amongst themselves, their mouths move and they're talking to each other. But when the humans are looking at them,
no, it's not, because some of them they just like
no, their mouths are moving and the humans are looking at them. They're buying back and forth to one another, but they're actually saying stuff. Like I said, there's a sheep in it named Mopple. I'm going to tell you right now, Mopple's my favorite sheep. He's the only sheep in the movie that doesn't forget everything. So he has to be the chronicler of the flock. So every bad thing, every horrible thing that's happened to this flock, every horrible thing that's happened in the world or that he knows about, he remembers, but all the other sheep in the flock don't. It's profound and deeply moving.
They got their own Dr. Zaius. So.
Well, yeah, he's a chronicler of. So, like, I will get, like, not to give any spoilers, but midway through the movie, one of the characters looks at him and goes, "You never forget anything, Mopple. So, have you been present at other deaths?" And he's like, "Yes." How do you live with all of the deaths? They cause so much pain. And he's like, "I just do." It's profoundly moving. It's the most human sheep movie you're ever gonna see. It's great.
Holy shit!
It is better than Babe. See, I'm not lying. I'm gonna tell you right now.
JW's tagline for this is the best sheep movie you've ever seen.
It really is.
I hope you're not full of sheep.
I'm not full of sheep on this one. I'm not pulling the wool over anybody's eyes. Clip that. But yeah, it's one of the best movies of the year. That movie grossed $15 million. Has no competition until Toy Story opens in June. So it has free reign to do very well. And with the word of mouth, I guarantee with the word of mouth, once people see it, they will be talking about it. Now, finishing up the top whatever, Billie Eilish was 5th with her concert movie with James Cameron, 7 million, a little bit under expectations. 6th place was Super Mario Galaxy movie, 40 days in release, 6.6 million, 45% from last weekend. And in 7th place was Project Hail Mary, 52 days in a release, 6.5 million.
Still chugging along.
Still chugging along, baby. And it's going to end up with 328 domestic and roughly 328 international for about $656 million. I told you way back when it came out, I said it was going to be the first big blockbuster of the summer of the year, and it was. And it's one of the best movies of the year.
I didn't realize that he played Neil Armstrong.
Yes, in First Moon.
Yeah.
First Man. Is it First Man or First Moon?
First Man.
First Man. I don't know why I said First Moon. But yeah, that movie is still chugging along. But it goes on video on demand today. So you can now watch it at home if you chose not to see it in theaters, which was a mistake because it was one of the best movies of the year. Anyway, box office is chugging along. Chugging. Just chugga. And as I'm looking at it, I think we have some really good stuff coming out this summer. So I wanted to do that tonight. I think it's a good night to do it. We're right in May.
Sure.
Some more comments. Mario was a fun film. It was. I don't know that it's great, Church, but it was fun. But like I said, The Sheep Detective.
So many Easter eggs.
Anyone watch Faces of Death yet? No, I've not seen it. And the CGI and the other CGI masterpiece, Michael. Yeah, I wasn't a fan, Church. I know everybody loves Michael because they want to love Michael and they want him back and they want to kind of reincarnate him, but I didn't.
It was too sanitized,
and he looks like C. Thomas
It was
Howell.
very sanitized, and it was like movie of the week. And don't get me wrong, the music's cool, the catalog's fantastic, but it's movie of the week, and I'm not sure that some of the Jackson movies that came out in the 90s and 2000s were better. Like they might be better movies. It ends really in a weird place abruptly. Church. I'll give it. Since we're talking to Church, CGI was great. I agree with that. CGI was great. One of the things I was disappointed, Church, they have him meeting with Quincy Jones, and then they never they have him doing Off the Wall, and then they never discuss The Wiz. Like I don't know how we get a Michael Jackson movie that doesn't have him doing The Wiz. It was just weird to me. Like I don't know. I felt there was missing chunks. And not to mention, we talked about this, but the idea that an entire Jackson child was erased simply because she didn't want to be in the movie is weird.
They could have had her in the background and just not mentioned her.
Not had her talk or even referenced, but just she's not even in the movie. Like she's not even at the table. Like it's just I don't know. And just because she didn't want to be there. She had no interest in being in the movie, so she was like, fuck it, I don't want to be there. But again, that's a substantial hit, though. All of this is interesting timing because all of these movies with all these different demographics all swirling around a box office that is kind of making it cool to go back to theaters, which I am all for because I love movie theaters and I want them to succeed and whatever. I think streaming is...
Got to get a 3D movie out there again soon.
Copyright issues with Diana Ross. Yeah, that was amazing too. 3 children were erased. Yes. And then Diana Ross was not mentioned as well. It's a weird movie. I highly sanitized, very movie of the week. Good performances. I thought Jafar Jackson was good, and I thought Coleman Domingo was good, but everything else was kind of like, but again, you can't go wrong with.
Feel that you only think that Jafar did a good job simply because of who he was playing.
No, I think it's a good performance. I think he tried to capture his uncle. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a very specific performance that has to be very.
I don't know if I liked his performance. I honestly think there are people out there who do.
He's not given a lot to do except to be childlike and ethereal.
I think they could have got a better performance off somebody who dresses like Michael Jackson on the street.
Ooh, interesting. That's harsh.
Sorry,
okay.
I didn't think he was a good actor. I think he only got picked because he looks like his uncle. I don't think he was a good actor.
I think that's right. I think a lot of this movie was all set up in an effort to make sure it was appease the family
Fans.
at every turn. Have to run. Love you guys. Let's get together soon. Anytime you want to come on and talk movies, when does the 3 Killer Pigs open? Jerry and I will watch it and we will talk about it with you on the network. Come on, Church. We want you back.
I'll try to watch through like fingers.
Well, it's a 3 Killer Pigs movie. I hope there's like straw and brick, and I hope there's murder with like really like straw, brick, and what are the 3 things? Straw, brick, and
wind.
No, wood. Is it
twigs?
Wood?
I think it's wood.
Yeah, twigs.
I think it's no.
Yeah, it's straw, like twigs.
Straw,
and
twigs, and brick, right? Because the 3rd pig, he's the smart pig. Let's schedule waiting on a release date. You got it. you're on. We want you back. Come on back. We've been having a run of great guests lately. Anyway, tonight's main focus is going to be a summer movie preview, and I've broken it down, and I have pictures for everything. We're going to go through this. We're going to go through the release dates. We're going to go through everything. We're going to start in the middle of May because we're already here. Because we're always, as always, a little bit
It's
late.
not summer in Pennsylvania, so May doesn't count.
I heard you guys had like 45-degree weather.
We had a frost warning last night.
Like what? Like
It came
I
over
don't
to
know.
the
I don't
Alexa.
know
The
who-
Alexa was like, boom, I got an Alexa, play notification.
my father-in-law and my mother-in-law are visiting, and I don't know who needs to hear this more than anybody who's living in Pennsylvania, but it's time to leave. It's a miserable
It's supposed to
state.
be 70s starting Saturday,
It's supposed to be
but
70.
we'll see.
It's time to leave.
Until it isn't.
Green Jello song in it. I
Yeah.
don't think it is. Is
They
it?
changed it to green jelly.
No,
Three
but
Little
it
Pigs.
totally should be.
They used to
Okay.
be green jello, but they had to change their name.
I didn't know that.
And with that, let's talk. Of course, we're going to get to later. We're going to get to a little bit of. We're going to get to this. Came from Jerry's basement. Something great. We're going to get to Twilight Zone Redux, a fantastic episode.
Yes, sir.
Scary, frightening, a great performance by Robertson. Right, just incredible, fun, dark, and has so many ties to movies.
And is I was going to say replicated. Has been replicated.
Well, and like even like older movies and newer movies, right?
Yes.
Like it's Cliff Robertson's great. He plays, there's another episode that's also a ventriloquist. We don't want to get confused, but yeah. So let's start with summer movies. Well, actually, first, before we go any further, let's talk about prom queens as we're wont to do.
Oh my god.
How is it? How was the Mahoning Drive-In Carrie Fest? And why was
We
David S. Pumpkins with
didn't
you?
see Carrie. We saw prom night, and then we ended up leaving early because the fog got a little bit much, and people were whining about being cold.
Okay, so you saw
So I
prom
still
night.
haven't seen.
Prom
Prom
Night's
Night
a
too.
good movie, though.
You didn't get to see prom night 2, Hello Mary Lou?
No.
Okay.
I have that here somewhere.
Instead, I sat
My other
through
question
Friends.
is, why
going,
were you with
when is
why
prom
were
going to
you
get
with
good?
David S. Pumpkins? Prom
Oh.
horror movies are nowhere near David S. Pumpkins.
I heard TJ just showed up. That's the answer to that. Is TJ just showed up?
Okay. TJ just showed up. That's
TJ
gonna be the
just showed
new.
up.
That's gonna be a new thing. TJ just showed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Summer movie going season. Let's start with May. I'm gonna do May. I'm gonna put May releases up.
Go for
Let's do May. And like I said, we don't know what these movies are gonna be yet. And I'll give you an idea of what I think the bigger releases are gonna be. But they're gonna be movies. We're gonna talk about horror movies. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff.
Let's get it.
Let's start with Obsession. That's this week. If you haven't seen any trailers for it, it looks like it's a dark kind of making a wish kind of movie. Where I guess the kid wishes for a girl to be in love with him, and I guess it goes way too
I saw the previews for this.
way too far.
Well, we saw the previews for this when we were in the theater.
Yes, I think it looks great. I don't know what to make of it, but that's opening this week, and then there are other movies opening this week. We'll get to tonight. I didn't necessarily include them in our summer movie going season because I don't think they're going to be do any business. But next week is crazy because you have 3 movies opening next week.
Yeah, I think Is God is going to do good this week.
You want to put money on that?
I've heard a lot of buzz about it.
There is a lot of buzz, but it's limited in what it can do. And right now it is a feeding frenzy at the box office. So when you say Isgard is going to do well, give me an idea of what you think it's going to do.
Oh, I'm horrible at picking numbers. I just think it's going to do good.
But I'll give you an example. Like,
I haven't seen the Obsession trailer.
It's not going to crack the top 4.
No.
It's not going to crack the top 5. It's going to be less than Billie Eilish this week. So like 5 million, 6 million. Would that be good for that movie? Sure. I have it for later. Just trust me. I have it for later.
Okay.
But other movies that are coming out, May 22nd is a crazy week. Again, a kind of an interesting week in the sense that it is exactly what I'm talking about in this smorgasbord, like kind of buffet of movies. You got I Love Boosters coming out, which is a irreverent social comedy from Boots Riley. Good cast: Keke Palmer, Naomi Ackel, Poppy Lou, Taylor Page, Demi Moore, just really good cast. And it's basically just, Boots Riley has done really good work. So it's a really interesting movie. I think it has potential to do well. Keke Palmer's on a bit of a heater. We also have Passenger coming out, which is a really crazy horror movie that's basically about a guy on the side of the road that, like a demon that haunts travelers. So you have a irreverent comedy, social comedy. You have a horror film about people being killed on the road. And then also on May 28th, you have this little thing. It's about a guy and his adopted son saving the universe.
They do have cool posters, though.
We just saw the trailer for this recently.
This is the best poster. This is my favorite poster. Look at how good this poster.
That poster is really nice.
That poster is badass.
I kind of like the other one though. I like that one too, though. But
I all I know is it could be a really interesting thing. But I do want to warn Star Wars fans: it is not tracking super well. And it's got some things going on where it's got people fighting about things, and why doesn't it have a crawl like a regular Star Wars movie? And is this going to be an elongated episode of the show? All valid questions, but I would say one of the things that I think is going to happen is if it's good, it will endure. If it's not good, it will go away fast, right? But I do think Disney
Star Wars movies that do bad go away fast.
Well, this is May 22nd. Like I said, well, no, Star Wars movies never went away fast before. It's now we're in it. It opens May 22nd, so that's Memorial Day weekend, right? Following week, it gets real, again, antsy because you have a bunch of movies. One of them is my sleeper, but we'll talk about it in a moment. But the big movie that's getting a lot of buzz for horror fans is Backrooms. Everybody's talking about Backrooms.
Oh yeah, we saw the previews for that too.
We saw previews for this too, right? It's Chiwetel Ejiofor. It looks good. It's based on a game
that wrote this or directed it or something.
It's not the guy who did Iron Lung, but it is the guy who wrote the game. So it's
a teenager though.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's a teenager game. Backrooms is a teenager game. But the person who's perpetuated it on YouTube and done all these things, he's made the movie. So it's a little bit like Iron Lung in that sense. That opens on the 28th. So, and again, I'll tell you about the summer sleepers as we progress. June 5th is a real interesting day because I think we're going to have childhoods crushed. This opens on June 5th, Masters of the Universe. This movie needs to make $400 million to break even. It's not going to make $400 million.
The guy needed to be bigger.
The call for that is that they end that movie with the bad Shira Dysphoria being the end clip.
Well, I think the interesting thing about this movie coming, okay, we're already in June. I'm sorry, I got to change my banner. The interesting thing about this movie is, and I said this last night, I don't know who that movie's made for. Who is Masters of the Universe made for? Right? It's made for me because I watched it when I was a kid.
Our generation, yeah. I mean, yeah.
But I've showed trailers to my nephews. They don't care. They don't not get it, care at all. And no matter how cool I explain it, like, oh, that's a big cat that he rides. It doesn't change the fact that nobody knows what's going on. Let's see. Prom Night 2 is horrible. Damn Canadians. Okay, I'm here. I made it. Ryan West, if you want to come into the show, my Plex server are going to be fire in a few months. Star Wars fans, all that shit. Me, shoot, who gives a fuck? Yeah, but it's an interesting thing. If you want to come, we'll get there, Ken. Give me a second. We'll get to August. It's either good or it isn't. Yeah, but usually for Star Wars fans, for the longest time, we've given passes. It may not be good at first.
Yeah.
Dear He-Man, don't diddle my childhood. Ryan, I think the movie could be good, but I don't think it's going to matter.
That's not big enough, my opinion.
He-Man is supposed to be He-Man. They didn't like the Netflix He-Man cartoon. They didn't. Also, that was made for us too. Like, written by Kevin Smith. Like, and completely kind of Revelations was like just, re-examining the entire show. Here's
it
where
doesn't have the following that the She-Ra Netflix show had. And that had a huge following.
You want the biggest problem for He-Man? And I mean this in all, this is the biggest problem.
Yep.
It is a big problem for He-Man. That is opening weekend of He-Man. That's a return from Scary Movie. And when I tell you that one of the only trailers of the year that has gotten people screaming at the top of their lungs is the trailer for Scary Movie. So I think He-Man gets walloped.
Who would have thought, right?
Well,
yeah.
If you're asking me about a parody franchise, I don't think for you and I and anybody with good taste, Scary movies are terrible. Like, they're awful. Like, they're not great. They're funny, but they're not like,
it's not Airplane.
It's not Airplane. It's not The Naked Gun. It's not like, it's not.
I think you guys are missing out. Those first two Scary movies are pretty like generational. Still movies people go watch. Maybe not the older ones, but the first.
Like I said, I think that weekend, if you're placing bets
my money's on Scary Movie.
Your money should be on Scary Movie to destroy He-Man. And He-Man needs to make almost $500 million to break even. We're at 177 budget on that movie. That's the rumor. So that happens. I think it's a big fall for Scary Movie. The following week, it gets super interesting again because, again, nobody knows what Disclosure Day is. I know it's a Steven Spielberg movie. I know I'll be seeing it opening day. I know what I want. What's up?
Said we know it's aliens.
We know it's aliens. We know it's got a great cast, a very good cast. We know it's Spielberg. That opens on June 12th. So, Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, Colin Firth, directed by Steven Spielberg. There have been rumors online that it's a sequel, like not just a spiritual sequel to Close Encounters, but an actual sequel to Close Encounters that he has kept under wraps.
Okay, that would be interesting.
Well, if that happens, it would be
big.
Yeah, if Richard Dreyfuss walks out of the ship.
I was just going to say, if Dreyfuss is in it, then
if Dreyfuss walks out of the ship, everybody loses their goddamn minds. Yeah. But I don't know. That's a completely one of those movies where it's like, I just don't know. And then it only has a week at the box office to do anything because the following week is one of the biggest movies of the summer, bar none. Toy Story 5, no matter what you think, fifth time.
It's going to make money.
This is an undefeated franchise. This is a franchise
matter good or bad.
Every time they step into the ring, they knock it out of the park. And every time they step into the ring, they destroy everything in its path. and that is like the 12th, the 12th, and then the 19th with Toy Story 5, and then the following week, the 26th, it gets even worse because the 26th you have this movie. Again, I'm excited because I enjoyed Superman.
Jackass thinks it's going to beat it.
But I think Lobo looks great. I think everything about it looks fantastic. So, but who knows? And I hate to bring this up, but it's the truest statement I can make. For whatever reason, fandoms tend to they're forgiving of male-centric comic book movies, but female-centric comic book movies, sometimes we don't show up. Like, for whatever reason, you want to make it a dark reason, you can make it a dark reason, but sometimes we don't show up. But I think she looks great. I think the movie looks great. I think James Gunn is on a heater right now. They're making good movies. Everything's going well. Also on the 26th, and this came out of nowhere, but it has to be discussed because, like, you know, because people killing themselves on screen will sell tickets. Jackass comes out that week.
Jackass movie,
right? Like, like I'm not going to say it's going to do $100 million, but people will.
It's got to do something. But
right, people, and again, what's interesting about these releases, He-Man and Scary Movie, totally like same demographic, but different total style. You got Disclosure Day all by itself. You got Toy Story by itself. You got Supergirl and Jackass. That's a weird split. And then the following week after that, July 1st, so Supergirl gets 5 days before this shows up. And again, Minions and Monsters.
I'm sorry. I did not have Cthulhu on my list for that movie.
Yeah, Cthulhu Minions, you know, this is July, right?
I'm going to see it just because of that.
Well, and it's a July release. It's a kids movie. They're kind of an unstoppable franchise too. So
they're annoying yet great at the same time. I don't know what's wrong.
But this one looks hilarious. It looks like they're making a movie. Like, it looks like they're making an old-timey movie, and then they look like they have the Book of the Dead. And anytime you're going to expose kids to the Evil Dead books, I'm all about that. They're playing with the Book of the Dead, and then they
can't wait till kids come out of that. Mom, Dad, what's H.P. Lovecraft?
Mom, Dad, what's Cthulhu, and why is he haunting my dreams?
That's it. I said it.
You can go get one right now. Okay. I have a stuffed Cthulhu. It's like across my room.
I can't come on. I'm at work. That's terrible. I'm sad about that. He-Man needed a ton of content over the past 45 years to entice today's youth. It hasn't done that. So there were children's animated series besides the Smith one. Yeah, but nobody watched the children's animated show, Joe. Not a soul watched that show. My daughter is 11 and didn't give a damn about the show. It perked her interest. I mentioned to her that he is tied to She-Ra.
Ding, ding, ding. Because the She-Ra Netflix show did really, really good.
Yeah, Joe, new He-Man trailer has 26 million views. Yes. What I will tell you, though, is that they did based on the 26 million views, a good portion of them are negative. And when they did a review, like a box office, like, are you going to go see this opening weekend? Are you going to do this? It's only tracking at like $36 million.
I was one of the viewers. I watched it and went,
it's a great trailer.
Why do they have this like kid?
I want everybody to know as they're watching the show tonight, I am not poo-pooing any of these movies. I'm excited for virtually all of them. But what I will say is it's going to be real tough for that movie to get any traction on that weekend. And then also you still have Mandalorian and Grogu hanging out. You still have movies that are opening.
It's just maybe not a good year for them to put that movie out.
It's messy. It is messy. So July continues. After Minions on July 1st, all by themselves, then we get in. Then we have another weird fucking weekend. July 10th. These are the two movies opening July 10th. So Minions opens on July 1st. 9 days later, Minions has this.
The wig.
Yeah, the wig. But you know what? Moana is one of the most, one of the biggest recent Disney releases. And whether the wig sucks or not, people might want to see it live action because the visual effects might be good. I think it might not do well. And also, it's right on the heels of Minions. So that opens on the 11th, right? On the 10th. 9 days. There's only 9 days between Minions and Moana. But here's the fun one. Moana also opens with another movie on July 10th.
Yeah.
Bird. And when I tell you this trailer is spectacular, if you're an Evil Dead fan, it ties all the first 2 movies together with this one's. Like, the trailer is insane.
Looks very good. The trailer
is nuts. It's crazy. It looks great. So those two, like Evil Dead and Moana, if you had that on your bingo card as opening the same day, I really think we've done a really good job this year programming where we're like, we want to hit all the demographics in a given weekend.
Because neither one of them are going to cancel each other out, really.
No.
They're 2 totally different audiences.
No. But there is something
Mom and Dad are going to take the kids to see Moana, and then later on, when they get the babysitter, they're going back out to see the Evil.
Yeah, but so those 2 movies on July 10th. Now, here's a movie that won't matter, give a fuck what it's going up against.
Yep.
The Odyssey opens July 17th. There's a reason no other movie opens on July 17th. Everybody's afraid of Christopher Nolan. He has set forth that date. All of his recent movies, Dunkirk, Inception, Dark Knight Rises, they've all opened in mid-July. They've all dominated mid-July. Oppenheimer opened with Barbie and dominated mid-July. The trailer for this is spectacular too. The new trailer for this is awesome. I will say I'm very excited about the Odyssey, but this, I don't know if Jerry heard about this. I was watching, so when he did the new trailer, he was on Colbert and he was giving an interview with Colbert and he kind of poo-pooed Ray Harryhausen. Which
I did hear about it.
Which to me, like, I was
for him, you wouldn't be making this movie.
I don't care how many great movies you've made. To me, if you're making fun of Ray Harryhausen, who is the cinematic master of, fuck you. Get out of here. I don't care how good your movies are. And that just no.
And for people that didn't have to Google it, he is.
Ray Harryhausen is.
It is.
He's one of the greatest special effects artists of all time.
There we go.
He is the special effects artist that is responsible for Jason and the Argonauts, which is a fight between Jason,
the original
Jason and the Argonauts, actually the 50s Jason and the Argonauts, the fight with Jason and the skeletons. He's responsible for Medusa in Clash of the Titans and the Kraken in Clash of the Titans, the original. He is one of the single greatest effects people of all time. Like, he has a whole foundation that is basically stop motion.
The skeleton fight scene.
The skeleton fight scene, which in turn leads to the skeleton fight scene in Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Like, he is widely regarded as one of the greatest visual effects artists of all time. And
so I wanted you to say who he was, because I think Nolan is a great director, but his ego is massive.
It's a massive ego, and this interview where he talked about Ray Harryhausen as being like B movies, it gave me the idea that Nolan likes to smell his own farts. Like, it just
he's like the Martin Scorsese of our generation.
It was a bad look. Like, you would never see. I'll give you an example. You never see Lucas or Spielberg or anybody poo-poo Ray Harryhausen, and when he did, nobody would. When he did, it was kind of like, oh yeah, he did do, like, he did some of the Odyssey adventures or some of the mythology movies, and there were B movies in the 50s and 60s. Like, bitch, they were the reason people
were innovative. movie.
They were the reason people became directors in the 70s.
Yes.
Is those 50s
They're the reason they're even allowing you to even try to do this. Because let's admit it, the story has been around forever. And
it's going to make a ton of money. It's got a great cast. It's got an amazing. There's also a weird thing going on. If you watch the trailer, everybody's speaking American English. It's weird. Like even actors that are not American are speaking English, American English. So like Tom Holland is in the trailer doing American English. Robert Pattinson's in the trailer. He's a villain. He's doing American English. Like it's weird. So I'm not saying it's not gonna bomb or anything, but I'm just saying I don't like him poo-pooing Ray Harryhausen. Now
the Armand Assante one was good though.
Yeah. No movie opens on the 17th. No movie opens on the 24th. That is not a coincidence. Everybody's staying out of the fucking way of this movie. But 2 weeks later, it has some big competition. July 31st is when I think the biggest movie of the summer opens, and that movie is this movie right here.
Spider-Man.
I think we have primed the pump on this Spider-Man movie so much that there's no chance that this movie doesn't do gangbusters.
It's going to do good. Also,
I think if they released them on the same week, Spider-Man would take it though.
I think if they release them on the same week too, because I think if you're saying you want Spider-Man, do you want modern comic mythology?
Maybe he's staying out of Spider-Man's way.
No, Spider-Man moved 2 weeks away. Spider-Man respects Christopher Nolan's date. Nolan had the date there. Remember, they've already sold tickets to the Odyssey already. Like the Odyssey already has tickets sold in 10 states. So I'm okay with it. And then summer starts to wind down. August 7th, you got a couple movies opening, but nothing that are like crazy, right? Nothing like where you go, oh, hey.
Well,
you have Ice Cream Man coming from Eli Roth, but Eli Roth is you can't trust. You got Super Troopers 3 coming out.
Yeah,
I love Broken Lizard, but if you think that somehow
they're bringing that back
a week after Spider-Man opens, Spider-Man isn't going to be number one again.
Oh no, it's going to get trounced, but I'm still seeing it.
Troopers.
You're still seeing it. I got you. I like Super Troopers, so you don't have to meow me. I understand exactly what you're saying.
I actually have a Super Troopers 3 poster that's signed in my living room.
So
or two Super Troopers 2.
Who signed it?
Some of the Broken Lizards. My brother got it for me and Randy. And I just pulled it out so I can get it like framed to have it in the background someday.
After August 7th, you got Ice Cream Man, Super Troopers, and some other things coming out. August 14th is where you have another shot at big movies. You have this movie, which I think has potential to be it's in the late August slot. It's got a weapons kind of vibe to it. It's called The End of Oak Street. If you've seen the trailer, it's an incredible trailer. Do you know about this movie?
Yeah. Dan Hathaway.
Yeah, we talked about it before.
Yeah, the trailer is amazing. And it looks great. Also that week, Paw Patrol, the Dino movie opens. I like Paw Patrol. I think they're fun. The boys in the house like Paw Patrol. So that movie should do well. That should do fine. That's pretty much the gist. You have a couple movies coming out near the end. You have Insidious, Out of the Further, but I could care less about that anymore. And then all of the movies on August 28th are on my sleeper list. Here are my summer sleepers, movies where I think if they hit the right note, if they go well. Rock Ballad comes out in June. Power Ballad, I should say. This is Paul Rudd. He plays a musician who gets his music stolen by a boy band person going solo. The trailer's really funny. It's heartfelt. It's emotional. The kid steals the song. It makes a gajillion dollars with the music. Looks great. One of the other sleepers, there's a movie coming out called The Death of Robin Hood. Looks really interesting. Hugh Jackman, dark. This opens on June 19th against Toy Story, so good luck. But basically, it's Robin Hood reflects on his life as he is dying after sustaining a mortal injury, so he's reflecting on his life. So it's Hugh Jackman playing Robin Hood, but we don't know what kind of Robin Hood it's going to be. Other sleeper, the movie coming out called The Invite. This is a comedy, a sex comedy, directed by Olivia Wilde, who's had a really good run. It's Seth Rogen, Olivia Wilde, Penelope Cruz, and Ed Norton. It's basically about a nerdy, nebbish yuppie couple that gets invited to a foursome.
The trailer's funny.
The trailer's really funny. Another one, I put Super Troopers 3 as one of my sleepers because I think there's a cult to it. It's fine.
Yeah.
The other one that's opening, there's two movies opening on the 28th of August, same day. I'm going to tell you right now, they're my two sleeper movies of the summer. The one we've talked about on the show before. If you've seen the Coyote versus Acme trailer and you're not excited about the Coyote versus Acme trailer, I can't help you.
So my brother was a huge Looney Tunes fan as a kid.
Trailer's
and
awesome.
I thought that, and the trailer's amazing. The fact that it was shelved initially is so surprising.
Foghorn Leghorn as a creepy Southern billionaire who owns a company.
I love it.
Creepy as fuck. It looks amazing. It's got Will Forte. It's got John Cena. It looks great. The other movie opening on the 20th of August. There's a movie coming out called The Dog Stars. This has got Jacob Elordi. It's got Josh Brolin. It is an end of the world movie. It is an apocalypse movie based on a best-selling book. Jacob Elordi, Josh Brolin, Margaret Qualley from The Substance, and Guy Pearce from LA Confidential and Memento. And it's Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott directing.
Yeah.
It's a good trailer. And it's just about this guy who flies a plane and goes around looking after a post-apocalyptic event. We don't know what the event is. We don't know what's going on. Those are my sleepers. Those are movies that I don't think we're going to hear a lot about until they're here. And then all of a sudden, I think people are going to be talking, like Power Ballad, I think people are going to be talking about. I think Coyote versus Acme has real potential to be a massive hit. Just because I think Looney Tunes are easy to sell, and the trailer is bonkers funny. The trailer is so funny. The idea that the Coyote is sitting in a courtroom and he's making fun of the people on the stand with signs. I can't get past that. Like I'll be dying in the theater. And again, Foghorn Leghorn as a creepy billionaire owns the acting.
That makes sense, though.
It does make sense. He was a lawyer, and now he's got money, and he's got the
attitude, right?
And he's a scumbag. He always was. He always was a dirtbag.
Yeah, he
was. He always think about all those.
Boy, I say, boy.
Think about all those cartoons where he's dating the woman and he has to watch the child.
Yeah.
And the woman leaves and he has to watch the kid, and he treats the kid like shit for 7 minutes. Okay. So I also broke it down into summer streamers. So some movies that are going to be streaming that we might be excited about this summer. Here we go. Let's start there. Remarkably Bright Creatures is this week. This is Sally Field and Louis Pullman. It is about a zoo worker that starts to find out that the octopus that she takes care of is how incredibly smart he is. So it's a heartwarming kind of like, everybody. It's a movie everybody's talking about already.
About your education.
Well, and I think it's based on a true story. It's just based on the idea that we don't know what these creatures are capable of. And then you look up and you realize that they're it's adapted from the 2022 novel.
The book was pretty popular.
Shelby Van Pelt. It centers on a relationship developed between a clever octopus who's held against his will in an aquarium, and the elderly widow who becomes his caretaker, and a drifter who enters their world. It's on Netflix. It's already available. It started the 8th, so it's already there. I think it has potential. Right, Sally Field is still a good actress.
Are we keeping the tradition of him playing a character named Bob?
I don't know. I hope he does.
Yeah, me too.
I hope he does. Because we rewatched Maverick for Generation Movie last night. He was Bob in Maverick too. Hilarious. Okay, this premieres May 20th. Jack Ryan. I don't know if you've watched the Jack Ryan series with Krasinski. If you haven't, what are you doing? It's Jack Ryan Ghost War. Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan Ghost War. Premieres May 20th. Every bit of this particular version of Jack Ryan is what he's supposed to be. So there's 4 seasons of the show. The show is spectacular. Now he gets a movie. He's so good that he gets a movie. It's going to premiere on Netflix, on Amazon Prime, I believe it is. I'm going to tell you right now, they should have released it to theaters. They should have released it to theaters because I think he deserves a shot at the big screen with his Jack Ryan. All of his Jack Ryan stuff has been fantastic. He's great. He's also working on Quiet Place 3, if you were wondering. Another thing coming out, Ladies First. This also comes out in May. This is Sacha Baron Cohen. It's going to be on Netflix. It's basically a satire where a wealthy billionaire ad exec wakes up in a parallel world where women are in charge. And he has trouble understanding life. Oh, you know what? I forgot a movie. Hold on. Where did I not put it in? Damn it. I forgot a sleeper. Hold on. Let me grab it. We'll talk amongst yourselves. I just need to click on a picture fast. Forgot one of my sleepers. Here it is. Forgot one of my sleepers. Give me 1 second.
A lot of sheepers too.
A lot of sheepers. Sheepers. It's funny how you say that. I'm going to put this in as a sleeper. I don't necessarily think we don't get enough family comedies. The Breadwinner with Nate Bargatze. He's got a following. He is funny. He's got a following. That opens against Backrooms.
What's this about?
It's basically Nate Bargatze plays a dad who is forced to become a stay-at-home mom when his wife lands the opportunity.
Mr. Mom.
It's Mr. Mom. That's exactly what it is. Now, is Nate Bargatze as talented as Nate Bargatze is talented?
In the morning. Scotch?
Oh, God. You are going to let him win the race. No.
No. That's a good movie, though. Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom is a fantastic movie. But this is Nate Bargatze. He's a very strong comedian. He's funny. It's got Will Forte in it as well in a supporting role. Mandy Moore. I don't know what it is about it, but the trailer gets laughs when I'm in the theater. Reminds me a little bit of like those comedies they made in the 90s where everybody was making a comedy to make sure they had all their bases covered. You know, and it's got like he's walking through Walmart buying like, he tells the one child, we're just going to buy 14 pairs of underwear, 14 shirts, 14 pairs of socks, 14 pairs of pants, 14 pairs of underwear. What do we do? What do we do when we get to the end of the 14? We throw them out and come back and buy another 14. You know, it's basic comedy, but maybe that's what, you know, we haven't had one in a long time, right? Sure. So that's why it's on my sleeper list. Okay. Ladies First was the one we talked about. The other two are coming out on the same day. They stream on July 24th. And the first one it's a great premise. 72 Hours. It's Kevin Hart, Tiana Taylor, Mason Gooding, Marcelo Hernandez, who's on Saturday Night Live. Basically, it's Kevin Hart as a 40-year-old bachelor who decides to join a group of 20-somethings on a bachelor party. It's directed by Tim Story, who's a really good director. Has potential to be really funny. You know, kind of like The Hangover-ish. That is only streaming on Netflix. I think that's a mistake. Like, again, I don't know where you put it, but these movies, some of these movies that are streaming, I think they could open. Now
like
the last
Beverly
one,
Hills Cop movie, right?
yeah, that was an egregious mistake. Not just a mistake, that was an egregious mistake. The last one I'm going to talk about is something called The Dink. Also comes out on July 24th. Jake Johnson, New Girl, very funny actor, Mary Steenburgen, Ed Harris, Ben Stiller, great comedic cast. It's going to be streaming only on Apple. And it's basically about a guy who's a washed-up tennis star who is fighting a pickleball stadium that's taking over his tennis court. And so he eventually has to take up pickleball as a rehab when he injures himself and goes on to become a pickleball champion. I don't know what it is. Sounds funny to me. It's got a great title. I think The Dink is fun. The Dink.
He's got to pull some McEnroe moves, though.
Well, yeah, he looks batshit insane. If you look at the picture, he looks like he's got the wild hair, the bandanas, everything you'd want in a sports comedy. So we've covered everything. Let's get some comments, and then we'll go to regular stuff. Isn't a live Moana with The Rock redundant? No, people want live action Disney movies. We say we don't want them, and then they gross $1 gajillion.
I do think it's a little early, but
I got to see The Rock playing The Rock in a fat suit. Sweet, I'm down for boat snacks, but damn. Yeah, The Rock is it's a weird. I don't know. I think of all the movies where the two movies that I think people are excited about, but I also see bombing are Moana and I don't think Moana will bomb, but I don't think it's going to do what Disney thinks it's going to do against the competition it has to do it against.
It's not going to beat Toy Story.
Kevin Hart plays a little dude. He's missing so many pixels in the picture. It's sad. And then Ryan West says, the Dink actor, I think it's due for my favorite show, Shrinking. No. The Dink actor is Jake Johnson. He was in New Girl. What else has he been in? He's been in some other stuff. It's not anybody from Shrinking. So, but it looks good. Okay, I've talked for an hour about movies and had you guys are great though. Thank you for putting up with me. New movies coming out this week before we get to the important things, The Twilight Zone and Jerry's Basement, which are the two most important things on the show. Movies coming out this week that you can go see. You can go see Sheep Detectives. You should. I'm going to say it again. I can't say it enough. Don't hate me when you go to see it and you're like, oh my God, it is amazing. But movies that are actually opening. Is God Is, which is the movie you were talking about. And basically this is a revenge thriller.
It just looks good.
It looks really good, but I'm going to ask you the same question I asked about Master of the Universe.
Buick?
Who is this for? Who is this movie for? I just don't know. But Alicia Harris is a very good playwright. She wrote a play in 2018 about two sisters whose mother charges them with killing their abusive father, who is the cause of this disfiguring scars on their face. So it's a revenge movie. It's a revenge road movie. And again, I just think it's going to be a tough sell. We also have Obsession opening this week. That's an easy sell. It's a horror movie. It's bad.
Like Fatal Attraction.
Well, no, it's Wishmaster. Because look,
yeah,
start middle and break it in half. He gets a little willow stick and then the girl becomes insatiable. Other things that are happening this week at theaters. You got this. You got In the Gray. Again, the idea that these three people, it looks interesting, but the idea that these three people are in a movie and there's no buzz at all. Jake Gyllenhaal, Henry Cavill, and Eliza Gonzalez in a Guy Ritchie movie, and there's no buzz. There's no buzz.
In the gray area, right?
It's in the gray. Yeah, the buzz is in the gray. But it looks great. They're basically, when billions get stolen, meet the pros who steal it back. Looks fantastic. Looks like a heist movie. Guy Ritchie does heist movies great.
It's a Guy Ritchie movie. Yeah, like you don't need to put thought into it. You go into it, you have fun, and then you walk out and go, what did I just see? There was a lot of interesting action.
Yeah, well, that was the sheep. I'm sorry.
No, not the sheep.
I'm obsessed with the Sheep Detective. Also this week in theaters around the country, 25th anniversary. You want to feel old? 25th anniversary of Shrek.
I had the same feeling with Repo this week when I saw that was coming back.
It will be in theaters this week. 25 years of Shrek. And you can get prepared. The reason it's coming back to theaters is not only to celebrate 25th.
There's another one coming.
There's another one coming. Yes. And then the other big re-release of the week. So we have two major re-releases that will be dominating theaters. And this one will get mega screens. This one's going to get IMAX screens, Dolby screens, all the biggest screens around the country. Top Gun's coming back for its 40th anniversary. And also joining it will be Top Gun Maverick in its 40th anniversary. So both those movies are out. They will both be playing alternately on IMAX and Dolby screens, or IMAX or Dolby and Dolby. And so you can essentially go see both Top Gun movies in
It's going to make money again.
Yeah, it's going to do fine. I think there's a little bit of too much competition for it to do exceptionally well.
No, but it'll still make money. I mean,
just so we're clear, we were talking about Maverick last night, $1.5 billion. And the championship belt that says we saved cinemas. So I will always pull for Tom Cruise. I will always pull for Top Gun Maverick, which I think
business,
also.
Though.
Oh, it is a risky fun.
Clip that.
But he has all the right moves, Jerry.
Yes, he does. But don't make sure you don't lose it.
Losing it, yeah. Sometimes he's losing it, but anyway. Clip
all
that.
Right moves,
but also,
right
I think the interesting thing about the Top Gun Maverick thing and everything coming back for the week is that it's a chance to see it on the big screen. Top Gun has never been in IMAX, so if you want to go back and see Top Gun IMAX, we talked about it last night. The movie is actually, if you want to have an argument where somebody goes, give me a sequel that's better than the original, I'm saying you have an easier argument saying Top Gun Maverick is better than the original Top Gun than you do saying we're getting into a mess where somebody goes, I like Aliens better than I like Alien. That could get messy, right? It's not an easy argument. It's back and forth, right? Because Aliens is a different movie. Alien is you can get in an argument. But if you want to win the argument and somebody goes, hey, sequels are never better than the originals, the answer to that question is Maverick. Because Maverick is better than the original in every way. It's a thought process I've been having for about a week since I watched the original Top Gun and realized it is paper thin. It is like a toilet seat cover, thin. And then Maverick is not thin. Maverick has.
But do you attribute that? Do you attribute that to the nostalgia piece?
No, I attribute it to.
Like if you didn't know the characters, would it be better?
No, you know what I attribute it to? And
you know
we talked about it last night. Yeah, no, I agree. I attribute it, though, to the idea that Tom Cruise, in 86, it was the first movie he was a star, right? It made him a superstar. In 2022, he's making the movie. He's forcing it. He makes everybody wait for it to see it in theaters. He picks the people he wants to write and direct the movie. He picks the stars. He picks everybody that's in the fucking movie. So it's like
I think you're giving him way too much credit.
What?
I think you might be giving him way too much credit.
No, I'm not. He picks the writers. He picks the director. He picked all of the people that are in that movie because Tom Cruise picked them to be in the movie. And when we look back at Top Gun Maverick 20 years from now, when you look up and Danny Ramirez is there, Glenn Powell's there, Monica Barbaro's there, Miles Teller's there, you might have 4 or 5 stars, big stars in that movie. And they were picked by Tom Cruise to be in that movie. Because I watched a video yesterday where all of them were going, Oh, Lewis Pullman's in it too. You're Bob, right?
Mhm.
Lewis
Yeah,
Pullman's
I'm not
in it
saying
too.
that. I'm just saying,
there are a ton of
is
people in
it
the movie.
him or is it the casting director that said, "Hey,
No,
these guys are
it's
coming
him.
up and coming"?
He gets. I know you don't want to give him any credit because he's a weirdo. He is a weirdo. I have no problem with that.
No, he's a weirdo. I've not seen both of these movies. We've talked about this before.
What I would say to you is, the first movie is paper thin. Second movie is way better because he knows how to make movies now. And there are
Or he
videos
realized
that
that the same thing you did. The first one just kind of has this glossy cover of Americana over it, and that's it.
well, the second one has glossy Americana too. It's just a better movie.
Yeah.
But what I would also say is that he's come into his own as a star. I watched a video yesterday. I watched behind the scenes.
I can agree with that.
I'll agree that he's definitely come into
the Mission Impossible movies show
yes,
that too, right?
He picks who he wants opposite him. When they had the chance, he said, "Give me Henry Cavill."
True.
He puts people in the movies that he wants to star with. And what happens is it's a two-pronged process. One, he picks the people he wants to work with because he picks really good people. But two, once the people are picked, all they want to do is do good for him. So they ball out. It's like a basketball team on the side, on the side of we're playing on the side of the road against people, and you're picking you pick the one person who might not be that, it might be good but okay, and you pick them, and all they want to do is play better because you picked them first. It's weird, but I think we could look at Maverick in 5 years from now and be like, there are 5 bona fide superstars, including Glenn Powell. Monica Barbaro, who is she has a movie coming out this summer. She was in the Schwarzenegger show, right? Fubar. She's really good. And then Lewis Pullman, I think, is also really good. And then Danny Ramirez. So you had Lewis Pullman and Danny Ramirez, who went from Maverick to Marvel movies.
Yep.
One played Falcon and one played Bob. So he's super smart. And the thing is, it's a better movie because he's in charge of it. And I can tell you, there's behind the scenes videos. I watch them. He's not only directing the people and helping the director set up shots and come up with things, he's plotting out.
I give him credit for doing all the stunt work himself. Like every time he gets hurt, I'm like,
all of the actors in that movie do the stunt work themselves.
Oh, all of
them? They were all in F-14s. That was part of they had to go through naval training. You still just trying to make me watch this movie. Lewis Pullman, just so we're clear, Lewis Pullman in one of the back.
It was a good movie, though. I watched it.
It's a great fucking movie.
I won't watch
also, it. Just so we're clear, it has Star Wars. It's Star Wars at the end. It's Star Wars at the end. Just so we're clear.
But I mean, I like how Val Kilmer got a chance too.
Yes, Val Kilmer's scene is magnificent. It's beautiful. Amazing, and I think most people, when they sat and that scene happens, they sit up in their seats and they're like, I didn't know he was that sick. Holy shit. And so that scene's great. But what I will also say, it's a men on a mission movie. It's also a Top Gun training movie, so it has Top Gun training scenes, plus it has a men on a mission movie because they have to do a mission at the end that is right out of fucking Star Wars. They have to fly a trench and do, 0G dives and all kinds of shit and hit a missile silo in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's awesome. And it's better than Top Gun in every conceivable way.
It was on my watch list, I swear.
She got some MIGs. It's great. I can't talk about Maverick enough as a great American movie. It's
almost
fantastic.
As good as Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle's a great movie.
Yes, it is.
Iron Eagle's a really great.
Chappie, I'm doing it my way.
I'm doing it my way. How'd you steal the jet? I don't know. I just got it. Crazy. A Roadhouse laugh out loud. Okay. He picked writers that obviously worked on Star Wars. That's fine. But actually, the writer that he picked is Christopher McQuarrie, who, by the way, wrote most of the Mission Impossible movies, did the full polish on the end of the last screenplay for Maverick. Also gave him his chance when he made the movie about the German that wanted to kill Hitler, right? McQuarrie gave him wrote the script, directed that movie, and basically Tom Cruise was put in the movie, and everybody's like, "Why are you putting Tom Cruise in this movie?" He's like, He wants to be in it. Tom Cruise wants to be in your fucking movie. You say yes. And if Tom Cruise asks you to be in a movie, you say yes. So that's my Maverick. That's my Maverick diatribe. Okay. Let's talk. Jerry, what do you got in your basement this week? What's coming out? What's coming out of Jerry's basement? What do you got, Jerry?
I got a bunch of things, but I can go relatively quickly. So we've got some handheld, old school electronic games. We've got the racing game here.
Oh my God, Jerry! Do you have football?
Blitz, which is old school, or actually, it's Blitz. Jesus. Sorry. Baseball.
Do they all work?
Oh, baseball.
Yes, they do. Good. I don't have the batteries in them because if you leave the batteries in them,
they're 9 volts. Aren't they 9 volts?
Yeah, some of them are 9 volts. Some of them are C batteries.
The shit you have in your basement.
Basketball.
Oh, look, do you have football? Do you have the football, Jerry?
So I've got this football. This is football 2 that Mattel came out with. And this is football 1 from Mattel.
Oh my God, my childhood.
So we've got
hours spent. Oh, the Coleco football was the best.
This was my favorite.
That's the best one. That Coleco football was the absolute.
And with that one,
you could spend hours playing that game. Oh, and then the head-to-head
Coleco. That, if we both like the game, we could both play it at the same time.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
And I've got Tandy football here.
So,
then I've got
these are glorious.
Missile Invader. This is from like 1978.
So like Space Invaders?
Kind of like Space Invaders, yep. I've got Fire Away here. There you go. Yes. Got Fire Away.
I had so much fun as a child playing Space Invaders. It was one of my favorites.
Oh, I forgot one. Give me 1 second.
I'll take it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That sounded like you knocked a lot of shit over is what that sounded like. We're having a good episode
tonight.
Yeah, I do
that sometimes.
It's been a good night. Oh, the head-to-head baseball.
Head-to-head baseball.
Holy shit.
I don't know how to get it out of here, though.
That's okay. Just leave it in the box.
Oh, I could take it out.
Look at how cool that is. Yeah, because you would have to, you didn't know what the pitches were going to be.
Head-to-head baseball. And then we've got Star Wars.
Oh, the trench run.
Yep.
Oh, Jerry. Jerry.
That's the last one. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. This is the last one.
That's a lot. Look at that, though. That's almost as good as the Crow.
We lost him.
Yeah.
He disappeared.
Kicked himself out. That's funny. So what else you got to show us?
That was it. That was the last one. It was just too much for him to handle.
Yeah, he just overloaded. He just can't believe what's in your room. You have anything you're looking forward to? Summer watch? Oh, he's back.
It's almost quiet for you guys. I don't know what I did. I sometimes
pressed
weird
the wrong
things
button
happen.
somewhere.
Did probably. Okay. Amazing. Let's talk Twilight Zone Redux before we go for the night. Episode 33. We're quickly coming to the end of season 3. Episode 33 is called The Dummy. It has got Cliff Robertson and a dummy. Opening narration. You're watching a ventriloquist named Jerry Etherson, a voice thrower par excellence. His alter ego sitting atop his lap is a brash stick of kindling with the sobriquet Willie. In a moment, Mr. Etherson and his knotty pine partner will be booked in one of the Outer Way bistros, that small, dark, intimate place known as the Twilight Zone. So this is this is a dark, horrible horrific, horrible, like just scary episode of the Twilight Zone where basically the dummy is in full control. Movies that it mimics, Jerry, are Magic, Dead Silence.
I thought about Magic. That was one of the first.
I thought about Magic with Anthony Hopkins and Dead Silence.
Dead Silence is another. Yep.
So basically, like it's this horrible thing where Jerry kind of just falls into, he wants to get help. He feels like the doll is talking to him, all these different things. But Jerry's like, he started to drink again, like he's an alcoholic who's trying to get back. And so eventually the doll just starts taking over his life. He hears him everywhere he goes. He becomes delusional. And, he thinks the doll is talking to him. And it just progresses. Like he tries a different doll. It doesn't fucking work. He always goes back to Willie, right? And Willie bites his hand, does all kinds of shit. It's completely terrifying, right? And everybody around him thinks he's just lost his mind, right? And eventually, like he breaks, and he smashes Willie. That basically Goofy, instead of destroying Willie, though, he destroys the Goofy Giggles dummy instead of Willie. And then he realizes that Willie's sitting on the couch talking to him, laughing at him. Willie tells him that Jerry, who made him alive, and that realizing that, basically that everything, Jerry lowers his head as Willie crackles crazily into the camera. The scene cuts to a man in Kansas City announcing his next act. Jerry and Willie. The ventriloquist is actually Willie, and he's holding Jerry, who has been turned into a dummy. So this is what he looks like as a dummy. This
Zach was feeling. Right.
And this is what the dummy looks like at the end. A Cliff Robertson dummy. It is a creepy fucking episode, Jerry. Closing narration. What's known in the parlance of the times as the old switcheroo, from boss to blockhead and a few uneasy lessons. And if you're given to nightclubbing on occasion, check this act. It's called Willie and Jerry, and they generally are booked into some of the clubs along the Great Nightway, known as the Twilight Zone. It is a fantastic episode, Jerry, and also the basis for every ventriloquist horror film that came after it.
Pretty much.
Right? You're all hearing voices. You're doing whatever. So the puppet, Willie, was actually created by a puppeteer named Ravello Pedi in 1940. And it's also used, this dummy is used in a later episode of the Twilight Zone, which is another dummy episode. So they use the same fucking dummy twice, called Caesar and Me. So sometimes these episodes, the dummy and Caesar and Me is season 5, episode 28.
Oh, so we got a whole other season yet.
Yes. And so Abner Bieberman also directed number 12, Looks Just Like You. So right now they're cycling through directors again. And then the actual original dummy, which was used in both episodes, has been housed in a private collection in Connecticut since the 70s, right?
It'd be cool
but it
to
is
have
now
that.
in David Copperfield's International Museum and Library of the Conjuring Arts in Vegas, along with the Cliff Robertson dummy effigy. So you can go, if you go to Vegas, you can see it. Both puppets were subject to careful preservative renovation by American artists and puppet restoration expert Alan Semick. So you can actually
have that in my basement.
That would be an those two dummies would be incredible to have.
That's awesome.
Right? And they're preserved. You can actually go
all
see
of them,
them.
even the other one, the nerd one.
Yeah. Goofy Giggles. Yeah. Nice. So this is episode 33. We have episode 34 next week. It's called Young Man's Fancy. It's a very small episode, but basically it's an idea of somebody moving away from home kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. Perfect time to end. Let's get a comment as we're progressing through. I had the head-to-head baseball and orange head-to-head football. Yes.
Awesome.
I think everybody had somebody in their lives that had them. So you would go over to their house to play them. Raven, what do you got going on? Are you going to the Mahoning? What are you working on? What do you got, Rocky?
I was going to say, this weekend's a bit busy. I've got a couple birthday parties this weekend, so I don't know where I'm going to be, but if you're in the Lehighton area and you want to go to the Mahoning Drive-In, they're doing Studio Ghibli set. They're doing My Neighbor Totoro and Kiki's Delivery Service, 2 movies I know I haven't ever seen on the big screen, so that'd be really fun too. If you're into Rocky Horror.
I just saw Kiki's Delivery Service this year on the big screen for the first time. Great movie.
If you're into Rocky Horror, you can see Sweet Translucent Dreams this weekend in Wyoming, PA at the Moonlight Drive-In, or you can see the Golden Atlas Players at the Wing Gap Theater at midnight. So that, and other than that, I'm starting my rewatch of the Vampire Interview the Vampire series because Lestat starts in June.
Nice. So, we did not discuss something we should have discussed tonight, but we can get to it. If you haven't watched Daredevil Born Again season 2,
next week, definitely have to talk about that. That was that has some interesting things to end with. I'm not going to give spoilers.
I want to either do a bald cap or shave my head. I just want a white suit covered in blood, head to toe in blood, because him beating the shit out of people is amazing. Also tonight, when you get done watching us,
Punisher.
One last kill is on Disney Plus tonight. Jerry, what do you got going on?
Next week we'll talk about that, though.
Yeah. We are at Union Vapors. We're having a hot dog party show. So if you want food, hot dogs, and you want to see some metal, come out May 30th.
I had no idea that your shows were so filthy, Jerry.
June 26th, we're playing outside in Wilkes-Barre at a Curry Donuts.
Yeah, I was about to ask what a hot dog
party was. We're doing a donut show at Curry Donuts.
Wait, you're doing hot dogs and donuts?
Yeah, hot dogs first.
I can't imagine how that works.
Well, hot dogs are first, and then donuts are
then donuts later, yeah. You got to work the donuts first. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. And then we're doing July 19th. That's our anniversary show at the V Spot in Scranton. We're 28 years. 28 years old now.
28. You're well past buying a drink. Your band is well past buying a drink.
Yeah.
JW Movie Guy, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those places. You can now find us streaming and doing audio. So if you don't want to watch our mugs, you can listen to us on iHeartRadio, Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, all those places, as well as all the places we're already there. Like and subscribe. It means the world to us. We also have shows. Every Monday night we have Generation Movie at 9 o'clock, although the next 2 weeks we are off because Rich is going to see a movie about a father and an adopted child next week, and then we're usually off for Memorial Day. Loud Nerdies every Tuesday night with this great group, Jerry and Raven, and occasionally Joe Ridgely. Gabe will be back. He has lots of guests lined up for June. Amazing.
He has a great guest lined up.
Yes, a fantastic guest. And then Technical Defects is Thursday night with Ryan West and Joe Ridgely. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for, if you like what you see with our summer movie preview, come back, see us again, like and subscribe. Jerry's Sausage Party. Nope. Just a hot dog show and then a donut show.
It's probably going to be like a sausage party, though.
Joe, get your mind out of the gutter, please. We're an upstanding
We know podcast. Joe wants in them 3 C's, right, bud?
3 C's. The 3 C's. Anyway, thank you for joining us. That's an inside joke. Amazing. Bye. Have a great week. Go see some movies.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Good night.